The once proud theater of dreams is now the theater of the absurd. Ronaldo is talking to Piers Morgan, a known button pusher. I think I have a very different reaction from most United and football fans. Both Ronaldo and United are right and wrong in different places. Sidebar, this is one of my specialties, the institution versus the individual. I'm going to be using this BBC article because it's got 5 bullet points that will help us. The first thing on a very macro level is this is a 37-year-old top GOAT who is still performing, and he's irritated that he's not being allowed to play his profession anymore. The clock is ticking. I would be kind of peeved too if I'm sitting on the bench at 37 and I was still scoring goals. Suddenly last season's clutch goals are forgotten. Clutch Cristiano's forgotten. They'll give you the glory when they need to, and they're going to forget you when they need to. In the first bullet point, Ronaldo says that people were trying to push him out. He felt betrayed. Why not? Why should he not feel this way? LVG, Jose, OGS were all sort of dumped unceremoniously. Even Rangnick was just sort of given the boot. It was a very mutual decision at that point, but there's classic corporate passive aggressiveness. We're not going to fire you, we want you to quit. And I think they kind of might have created those conditions. I think this is a very neutral point. No one's right or wrong here. The second bullet point. There's been no evolution, and this is something Sir Alex agrees with. This is probably the most bitter point everyone United fans have, because it's kind of true. The fact of the matter is, as Ronaldo said later on, they are just sort of a marketing team at this point. They don't really have footballing people running the footballing side of things. They have business people and suits running it. In every other club, the sporting director is an ex-player, usually a club legend, who knows what they're doing and has a very good grip on the culture, the tradition, the fan sentiment, all of these other things. And so this point, like Ronaldo's kind of right. The results show that as well. On the pitch, the results show that there hasn't been any evolution, both stylistically and in terms of the results, the core performances. United fans are really unhappy with this being made public because it's so true. And it's one of those things like we don't do that over here, bro. The third point, the club showed lack of empathy. I have no comment personally because I don't know the circumstances, but I do want to give the benefit of the doubt to United in this case. There's no insistence. There never seemed to be an insistence. In fact, they seemed solemnly empathetic, and Ronaldo made a point about how the Liverpool fans seemed to be a lot more no one knew how to react from the United end. They didn't, and you want to err on the side of caution in these situations. The fourth bullet point, poor Ralph Rangnick catching strays for no reason. This one felt a little bit personal, but I do think it was genuinely him just catching strays. I think Ronaldo does have a valid footballing point that who is Rangnick? He's historically done something different. I think this one, he got a little bit personal just because Ronaldo didn't get any input, or he wasn't, yo, Ronaldo, what do you think? Or there's no asking Ronaldo, and I think that annoyed him from then, and he's brought it out now. But his footballing point, he could have made it more diplomatic, but he's not wrong in the actual substance of the matter. The style is where he messed it up. Again, I think the fifth bullet point is a little bit personal as well. My colleague Omar often talks about Rooney being forced back out of injury quickly for the Bayern Munich game, and maybe if he hadn't compromised in those situations or being asked to play midfield instead of his natural role, maybe if he hadn't compromised in his career, it's the gift and the curse. At that time, we United fans, or them United fans, were all happy about Rooney's the ultimate team player. Maybe he should have been a little bit more selfish and said, no, I want to play this position, I don't want to play for this club. And maybe his career would have been a little bit different, because there is always question marks with Wayne Rooney that United fans as well, and this is why it's so bitter, because it's kind of true. United fans themselves feel Rooney had the skill set to be top, like legend, invincible GOAT. Similar to Gaza, they had the skill set, they just didn't necessarily have the focus or this mindset of I'm doing this is what I'm good at, and I'm not compromising. Rooney often did compromise and it helped the club. It definitely does come off a little bit personal, but I think it's because Ronaldo is very impersonal in his analysis. He's very cold in the way he talks, and that's just him. He's very focused in his mental, and it comes off in his speech. What he's saying as just fact comes off as people take it emotionally. They get caught up in their feelings, and this is the main point. I think if Ronaldo is coming off personally or is coming off bitter, it's because he does care and he does like United, and he's given his all to this club. It hurts him to see the club where it is. It's not where it should be. Even right now, they might have a decent position, but things are not right. The goal difference is very, very lacking. In an era of high octane, high offense, many goal football, United is stuck at a 0 goal difference. That is objectively worrying if you cared about United. Where I think he went wrong was he got a little bit personal, he got a little bit emotional. I do think we need to remember Piers Morgan is a known button pusher. He's good at this. It's his job. He's really good at this. So he might have also poked and prodded. And Ronaldo is also English. He's excellent English, but it is his second language. So sometimes words might not translate exactly what he was thinking. Like, you know what? I don't disagree with his footballing logic. I do disagree with his professional logic. The way he went about it is completely the wrong way. But I do think the points he's brought up are valid and we shouldn't discount them. Am I like wrong in this? Ronaldo's the villain? Is United the villain? Can both of them? My point is, can both of them be the villain and one be less wrong? Anyways, maybe Ronaldo is wrong. You guys tell me. Am I completely off point here, off target? Yalla yalla, take care. We're the substitutes. Peace, peace.